Kansas Congressman Tracy Mann of the 1st Congressional District was one of the supporters of the legislation. On Wednesday, he joined K-Man's Morning News to discuss the legislation further, which further secures resources to support the Manhattan Levee project, along with other important items.
Able to get a study that's going to be done for the Ogallala, which is such an important resource for our state, the western part of the state. We're able to take some monies that the state of Kansas owes the federal government for some projects that improve Milford and Perry Lake, just changing the interest repayment from compound interest to simple interest.
Mann says changing that interest could save the state of Kansas nearly $41 million. He says this bill is a good thing for the state as well as the region, particularly Manhattan, going forward. More details have emerged on the accident earlier this week near a roundabout in Manhattan that sent 2 people to a local hospital. RCPD is reporting that 27-year-old Subdint Cruz and a minor child were transported to Via Christi by EMS and then later to separate hospitals after they were both struck by a Honda Civic driven by 48-year-old Aaron Cruz of Junction City as they tried to cross the street. Their statuses are unknown at this time. The U.S. House of Representatives passed the Water Resources Development Act of 2024 earlier this week. A local resident has been arrested in association with several motor vehicle burglaries that have occurred across the area over the last few weeks. On Tuesday, officers arrested 19-year-old Alexander Darnell for his role in some of those burglaries. He is charged in this case with probable cause offenses of motor vehicle theft with a value between $1,500 and $25,000, interference with law enforcement, 2 counts of possession of an opiate or stimulant, possession with intent to use drug paraphernalia, and vehicle burglary. At the time of this report, Darnell is confined in the Riley County Jail on a bond of $19,000. RCPD says that over the last 2 weeks, they have received 25 reports of motor vehicle burglaries in the area. A judge has overturned a black man's conviction in a 2009 double homicide that was investigated by a discredited white Kansas City police detective. The ruling in the case of 34-year-old Cedric Warren came exactly 1 week after Roger Golubsky died in apparent suicide just before the start of his criminal trial over allegations that he sexually assaulted black women. Warren is currently jailed in Wyandotte County, while the prosecutor in this case decides whether or not he wants to retry him. More on the day's headlines can be found at our website, newsradiokman.com and themercury.com.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Etsy.
Oh.
Hear that?
Okay. Thank you.
Etsy knows these aren't the sounds of holiday gifting. Well, not the ones you're hoping for. You want squeals of delight. Happy tears.
How did you?
And spontaneously written songs of joy.
I am so happy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, the song needs a bit of work, but anyway, to get those reactions, make sure everyone on your list feels heard with handmade, handpicked, and designed gifts from small shops on Etsy. Gifts like personalized jewelry, custom artwork, cozy style items, vintage pieces, and home decor to celebrate all of your favorite people and their specific kind of special. For original gifts that say, I get you, Etsy has it.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. K-State releasing a news release late yesterday to confirm that Achor Achor left the men's basketball program for personal reasons. Achor was a key member of K-State's transfer class this past summer, having led the 29-6 Samford Bulldogs in scoring a year ago and taking them to the NCAA tournament. Achor missed time to begin the season due to a personal matter and only appeared in 7 of K-State's 9 games, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds in 13 minutes per contest. K-State will play Drake in Kansas City next week before traveling to Wichita to face Wichita State in their final non-conference game of the season before Christmas. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes not exactly thrilled about the NFL forcing the 2-time defending Super Bowl champions to play 3 times over an 11-day span in the coming weeks.
I'm excited to play on Christmas to hopefully get back from what we did last year, but you never want to play this many amount of games in this short of time. It's just not great for your body, but at the end of the day, it's your job, your profession. You have to come to work and do it.
The Chiefs among 4 teams, along with the Texans, Steelers, and Ravens, who will play on Christmas Day this year. But with the holiday falling on Wednesday, those 4 will also play the prior Saturday, along with this coming Sunday. Sunday's game kicking off just after noon as they take on the Cleveland Browns. Coverage will begin just ahead of kickoff that day on News Radio KMAN. Bill Belichick had seemingly been waiting for the right opportunity to return to an NFL sideline, but instead the 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach is headed to the college ranks to take over at North Carolina. The school announced last night it reached a 5-year deal with the veteran coach, roughly a week after his name surfaced as an unlikely candidate to replace Mac Brown. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.